So, anak, let me record our discussion for today. And our lesson is about weathering and erosion. Please do watch this educational video. And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you some questions about it for your understanding. Okay?
Okay.
For kids. There are two main processes that result in the creation or destruction of landforms: weathering and erosion. Weathering is the process of decomposing, breaking up, or changing the color of rocks, while erosion is the movement of rocks and sediment that have been broken apart through weathering. Both of these things might seem pretty similar, but there are actually a few key differences. So, what are the differences between weathering and erosion? Think of it this way. If you break up a rock into a bunch of tiny little pieces, the rock has gone through the process of weathering. After you break up the rock, you might hold some of the rock pieces in your hand and blow them away. Movement of the rock pieces from your hand to somewhere else is the process of erosion. Here's another example. Beach coastlines are constantly weathering. When the salty sea crashes against the coast's rocks and sand, the rocks and sand then go through the process of erosion when they're carried away by wind and water. This constant process of weathering and erosion along the coastline can create or destroy all kinds of new landforms like bays, caves, sea cliffs, and coastal dunes. Weathering. There are three main types of weathering. The first is chemical weathering. Chemical weathering causes changes to the minerals inside or on the surface of a rock. This process happens through chemical reactions. Second is mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering is caused by frost, ice, moving water, or heat from the sun. An example is when water seeps inside a rock and freezes. The frozen water expands, causing the cracks in the rock, which eventually breaks the rock into smaller pieces. The last type of weathering is called biological weathering. Biological weathering is the process that occurs when plants, animals, and other living organisms cause larger rocks to be broken into smaller pieces. Worms and tree roots are two examples of biological weathering, because in both cases, the weathering happens because of a living organism. These three types of weathering cause rocks to break up into smaller pieces, which sets the stage for erosion to take place. Erosion. Once weathering has taken place, the smaller pieces of rock left over can begin to move by natural forces. This is the process of erosion. Erosion can happen rapidly or over the course of millions of years. The three main causes of erosion are water, wind, and ice. But all different kinds of things can cause erosion to happen. Water can cause erosion through rain, rivers, waves, and floods. These natural events and landforms cause erosion as the water crashes into the earth, gathering and moving particles along the way. Wind picks up and carries loose particles and dust, sometimes crashing into other landforms and breaking off more particles. This process is called abrasion. There are massive formations of ice called glaciers. These icy masses move and shift to cause erosion. The forces of gravity can cause erosion too. Think of a landslide or a rock slide falling down the slope of a mountain. This happens because of Earth's gravitational pull. Living organisms, like plants and animals, cause erosion as they move particles from place to place. Even humans can cause erosion. Although not naturally occurring, humans can cause erosion through farming, cutting down trees, and building roads and buildings. Everything you do to the earth can cause all kinds of changes. Through erosion, the sand, pebbles, mud, or other pieces of sediment might eventually reach their final or temporary resting place. When the sediment rests or deposits, it is called deposition. Deposition is the process of sediments, soil, and rocks being added to a landform or land masses. It marks the process of erosion coming to an end and possibly results in the forming of a new landform. But remember, weathering and erosion are happening all the time. So when one of these processes has finished, another process just might be starting. We've learned a lot of new facts, so let's review. What are the three different types of weathering?
Okay. So actually, anak, the question here is what are the different types of weathering according to our educational video? What are the three types, anak, of weathering? The first one is the physical changes. If we have the physical changes, what kind of weathering is that? What kind of weathering is that, anak? If that is a physical change. That is that is what? That is a mechanical weathering. Next one is the chemical reaction. So technically that is chemical weathering. And then the last one, if we have a living organism, like for example, who breaks rocks, that is what we call as biological weathering. So Anna, can you please take note of that so that if I could um ask you again, you have some answers about it.
Chemical, mechanical, and biological. What are the three main causes of erosion?
Okay, so what are the three main causes of erosion? Then some of the main causes of erosion is like, for example, we have a water, gravity, or we also have the wind or an ice.
Water, wind, and ice. What kind of weathering happens when a living organism is involved?
What kind of organism or weathering happen when living organism is involved? I already told you that. There are only three kinds of weathering. So we have the mechanical, chemical, and biological. If it involves living organisms, so what kind of weathering is that? Is it mechanical? Is it chemical? Or is it biological? What kind of weathering is that? Anak, Atria, focus. Again, there are only three kinds of weathering. First is mechanical, if it is physical change. We have the chemical, if it involves like chemical reactions. And then we also have the biological weathering, where it involves living organism. So therefore, what kind of weathering happens when a living organism is involved? That is a biological weathering. Anak, can you please get some notebook so that you can take note of the discussion?
Biological weathering. True or false? Erosion only takes place over millions of years. False. Erosion can take place gradually over time, but it can also happen quickly. What's the difference between weathering and erosion? Weathering causes rocks to break up into smaller pieces.
Okay, again, weathering causes rocks to break up into smaller pieces.
While
Well,
erosion
when
is the
specific,
process of taking these particles somewhere else. Great job, science geniuses! The next time it rains, consider how each little drop of water affects the rocks and dirt it touches. And when the rain settles and you see worms and snails rising from the soil, think about how their movement, no matter how small, can change the earth beneath your feet forever.
hope you. Okay, again, let me reminded you that there are three kinds of weathering. So when we say weathering, that is breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces. So from a big rock, it breaks down into smaller pieces. So there are three kinds of weathering. This involves the mechanical weathering, the chemical weathering, and also the biological weathering. So what's the difference among the three? So when we say mechanical weathering, that is a physical change without altering the composition. So for example, there is a frost wedging. So o kaya naman there are water that becomes an ice. So that is what we call as a mechanical weathering. So we also have here the abrasion. It means to say that the rocks grind each other into the river or in the desert. So next one is what we call as a chemical weathering. So when we say chemical weathering, that is the chemical reaction change the rock's composition. So from mechanical, anak, that is just a physical change. Pero when we have that chemical weathering, it also involved the change um the rock's composition. So for example, we have like oxidation. So it means to say that the iron-rich rocks rust. So kinakalawang daw. And then we also have here carbonation. If we say carbonation, this is the acid rain that dissolves the limestone. So next one is what we call as a biological weathering. So when we say biological weathering, there is a living organism that involves to the process of weathering. So for example, tree roots splitting sidewalks. Kapag balago yung ugat. So possible yung sidewalk natin is ma-split. Next one is yung producing acids that dissolve the rock surface. Again, how many kinds of weathering are there?
Three.
Three. And what are those kinds of weathering?
Um,
What are those kinds of weathering? You told me that there are three kinds of weathering. So what are those kinds of weathering that we have?
okay.
Okay, Atri anak, please take note. The first one is mechanical weathering. Can you please write mechanical weathering in your notebook? Okay, next one. The second one is chemical weathering. Please do write the second one, which is chemical weathering. And then the third one is what we call as a biological weathering. So when we say mechanical weathering, that is just physical change. When we say chemical weathering, that is changing its composition. And then if it is biological weathering, there is a living organism involved in the weathering. Okay, again, Atria, how many kinds of weathering are there?
Three.
Three. And what are those kinds of weathering?
Panic weathering, chemical weathering, uh, biological weathering.
Okay. So when we say mechanical weathering, what happens to the mechanical weathering?
Um,
There is only physical changes. If it is mechanical weathering, the composition itself changes. And if it is biological weathering, there is a living organism that's involved. So next one is what we call as erosion. So when we say erosion, that is the movement of the weathered materials. So for example, from the sea, and then the sea moves it away. Okay, so that is what we call as erosion. So there are three main types of erosion. First is water. Second is wind. And then third is ice. But there are also other factors, like for example, the gravity and also human activity. So when there is an erosion in water, it means to say that the river carries sediments downstream. There are also waves erode coastlines. If it is wind, it means to say that there is a blows inside and then forming dunes. And then if it is ice, there are glaciers. There are also scrape in the valleys because they move. In gravity, we have here the landslides and also like a salt. And then in human activity, we have here like the forming, it causes an erosion, farming, mining, and also deforestation. Okay, next one is what we call as deposition. When we say deposition, that is the dropping off of erode materials. So it happens when transporting agents lose energy. So it also creates landforms. For example, the sand dunes because of the wind, the river deltas because of the water, and also the beaches, which is the wave deposition. So let me share with you an activity regarding this lesson, which is weathering and erosion. Okay. You just need to circle, anak, your answer in number 1. Which of these might be carried by wind, which causes the weathering of rocks?
um,
Is it A, fog? Is it B, mud? Is it C, pollen? Or is it D, sand? Hmm.
mm,
What do you think is the answer for number one? Is it A, fog, B, mud, C, pollen, or D, sand?
mm,
According to number one, which among the choices might be carried by the wind? Which causes weathering of rocks?
mm, mm,
Okay, according to this one, rocks. If it is rocks, that is sand. And you cannot carry a fog using a wind. Okay, next one. What caused the pipe in the team's demonstration to crack? What do you think the cause of pipe to crack? It's because there is a water freezing and um expanding inside the pipe. Okay, now list three things that may cause weathering of rocks.
mm,
What causes a breakdown of rocks into smaller pieces? I already told you that.
mm,
Okay, how does the rocks break down into smaller pieces?
two,
List three things that may cause the weathering of rocks. Why do rocks from a bigger rock become smaller rock?
two,
Why do you think? I already discussed that earlier, Atria. Why do you think the cause of weathering of rocks?
Ano naman gabi? What happened?
two,
It is first the water, second is the wind, and then the third one is because of the plant root. So water because of the rain or ice or waves. Wind because it carries the sand and dust. And then plant root, this is a what we call as a biological weathering, wherein if the plant root becomes bigger, then the rocks may uh possibly be broken. So how about for number 4? What is the process called when the Earth's surface is broken down into smaller pieces? What do you call a process wherein the bigger rock becomes smaller rock? Okay, this one is what we call as weathering. So let me first end our first session, and then I'm going to call you again after 3 minutes. Then we'll continue this lesson. So goodbye, Atria.